again, everybody. Fiber Spider back again with another origami tutorial for you. And today we are going to be making another bookmark. This time, it's a little paper crane bookmark. Yes! Absolutely love, 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 love how these look. And I am a total book nut, so it's perfect for somebody like me. And so you can make them plain, schmancy, or you could even make them out of currency. This is actually a $20 bill. If you are going to use money, I would strongly suggest use a very, very crispy bill. Otherwise, you're going to have quite a bit of difficulty. But yes, it does work. All you need is a piece of paper that is in the dimensions of 1 by 2, or a square cut in half lengthwise to make a rectangle. And even though a dollar bill is slightly off from the ratio, it still works. And I am using origami paper, so it is colored on one side, white on the other. And so our piece is going to look similar to this, but it's going to be blue. And you could swap it out so that the color is down here and then the white is up here. Either or totally works. So, without further ado, let's get started. All right, so I have my rectangle of paper. Now, if you want the bird to be colored, start with the white side facing up, okay? If you want the bird to be white, start with the colored side facing up. So I'm going to start by folding our rectangle in half lengthwise. There we go. And then folding this edge along the top edge. Open that up, and then fold it the opposite way to create a cross. Okay, do. There we are. And then flip your piece over, and we're going to fold this top edge down so that this corner and this corner line up with these creases here. And this will make the next step considerably easier. Okay, open it up, flip it over, and then going to squoosh down, and squoosh down that top layer. And there we go. So we have two flaps here and here that we're going to work with. And so this top section is going to be the bird, and the rest is going to be the part that fits into our book. Alrighty. Okay, so next step, we're going to fold these two flaps down along the center line here. Now, because I do things differently, I'm going to actually be folding up. I always find it a little bit easier to be folding away from me than towards me. Whatever your preference is, however you are more comfortable doing it is totally fine, just as long as this edge lines up with the center crease there. And then do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so we've got our two flaps. Now, one of them you can pretty much ignore for now. So this other one, I like to do another preliminary fold with this flap. So open it up, take the entire flap, and then scooch it to the side. So we've got both flaps on the one side. Then I'm going to fold along this same crease in the opposite direction. Makes the next step a little bit easier. So I've got both flaps on the one side, just taking the top flap, fold along that same line but in the opposite way. And then taking that one flap that we just did both ways, and we're going to open it a little bit and squoosh down along those folds. So squoosh. It has been officially squooshed. Okay, so from here, fold these two bottom edges along that center crease once again. Little kite fold. There we go. And then the other side. Okay. And then going to open these up and lift this layer, this top layer, and then lift it all the way back. And then we're going to smoosh down again. And we're going to work with those creases that we made. So lifting it all the way up and smoosh along those creases. And I'm going to open this up and redo it because, yeah, it's a little bit fiddly at first, but it sort of falls into place, really. There we go. So what we did have was we had the initial smoosh, and then it was a fold and a fold, open, open, lift up, and smoosh, and smoosh. And then fold this top layer down. And there you go. So this is half done for the top. So along this crease, just fold it in half. And there you go. So now we have to do the same thing with this other flap. So let's get to it. Okay, so for the second flap, we're going to do the exact same thing. So we already folded this flap this way. So take the entire flap, push it to the side, and then make the same fold, but in the opposite direction. Down. Now this particular step is optional, but I find that it makes this next smoosh step a little bit easier, is what I find. So going to go in And along those creases, smoosh. I love the smoosh. Okay, and then kite fold these two bottom edges to the center. There we are. And then open these two flaps and then just lift this top flap up. Helps if you insert your finger into that corner there. And lift that all the way up. And then the other side. And flatten. And then bring your flap down. Okay, and then fold this in half, just that one layer, and crease. Okay, so we have this little doodad in the front, and we have this side here, and this side here. Okay, so now going to fold this little doodad up, and we are going to work on the head and the tail. Okay, so the head and the tail, they are worked exactly the same way, and you can choose which you want to be which. But for right now, just going to take one of these and bring it up at a nice angle and crease. Do the same thing, trying to make it symmetrical on the other side. Bring it up and crease. So we have a bit of an angle there. Then bring them back down. And so open this side here and bring, we're going to call them legs because they remind me of legs. Bring this leg up and inside this space here. And what am I? Okay, this little flap thing was giving me a problem. Here we go. Okay, so bring it up and inside at approximately the same angle that you had before, and then you can sort of seal the deal by flattening it, like so. And then do the same thing on this side. So open it up, and then bring it up. And smoosh down. And flatten and crease. Okay, so now as far as which one you want to be the head, again, totally arbitrary. I always tend to go with the left side. So to do that, you just sort of take a little bit of that point and fold it down and pinch. Open that up. Insert your finger and squoosh this down and in and pinch. I want to say it's called the inside reverse fold. I could be totally mistaken. And kinda. Kinda, sorta, ish. Let me see if I can make that a little bit neater. Is it perfect? No, but hopefully you get the gist. There we go. It takes a little bit of finesse. There you go. All right, so then we have essentially the bird finished. So now going to work on the reverse side and make the marker aspect of our piece. All righty. Okay, so turning your work over, we're now going to work on the back side. And so I'm going to start by folding this edge and this edge to that center crease. Okay. And then we're going to fold these top edges to the center crease. Give the back wing a bit more definition. There. And then the other side. There we go. Then going to work by folding this edge and this edge to the center crease again. And it can be a little bit thick at this point, but just take it slow, be patient, and try not to have that inner layer shift on you, if possible. It's not crucial because, again, this is the back of the bookmark. There we go. And then same on the top down or bottom up, as the case may be. Okay, now for the point at the bottom, I'm going to unfold these two sides here. And we're going to use these two creases that we just made. So going to fold up and along that crease that we just made. And then do the same thing on the other side. Folding up and along that crease. And to finish up, going to fold along this crease to coincide with this edge. So just fold this up. There we go. And then refold these creases that we made previously. And then give it a nice flattening creasing, because this is a lot of layers going on here. And then turn it over. Sort of burnish it just a little bit. Okay, we are in the home stretch. We only have one more step left. Okay, so for the final step, we're going to try to hide these little blue bits down here. So basically taking half of your bird, sort of folding it over a little bit, and we're going to take this corner and we're going to sort of fold it up and in. So pushing that up. And in. And then down. And then do the same thing on the other side. So sort of pushing this up and in, and then smoosh down. There you go. Looks a lot better, I think. And there you go. You have yourself a little crane bookmark. Now, I would totally recommend that, because this does stick out of the top of the book. Let me grab you an example real quick. So because this does stick out a bit, I would not suggest perhaps using this as a bookmark for something that you have, in your book bag or backpack, but for one that is on your end table, perhaps, I think it looks absolutely charming. And the fact that you can make it out of a bit of currency, I think, is a nice extra little bonus. And of course, it would make an awesome gift as well. So listen, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I always have fun showing you new things. And if you did like this, give a little thumbs up button down below. You know I appreciate your appreciation. And until next time, I want all of you to stay inspired, stay caffeinated, stay folding, and please stay safe. Take care of yourselves and each other, and hey, read a good book. You have a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now, everybody. Have a good one. Bye now.